Hey, welcome. It's Adrian here. I'm just going to do a little video for you. I thought, I was chatting to someone recently about one of our newsletters, and they said, you pack a lot of information into it, and I thought, yes, we do pack a lot of information into because there's a lot of information that we want to give you, and obviously we want to give you value for money. But they were saying, maybe we should put more pictures, break it down a bit. But obviously, then it becomes a lot longer, and I wanted it to be, quite short, quite small. You see, some of the, like Cosmopolitan and Men's Health, and they do a small version. They can fit in your handbag or in a satchel or whatever else. So I thought I wanted to keep it small, wanted to keep it light, wanted to just have pure content, and want to pad it out too much. But what I was thinking, what I could do is I could talk about some of these things instead of just sending you copy. I could actually talk about some of the issues in here, so maybe you might get the idea a little bit more about what we're trying to do, and some of the ideas might be easier if I explain them to you. So got this month's, or actually for you guys, you'll be getting a new one soon. Actually, this is last month's edition, edition 4, where it's got the picture of the guy with the muscles on the front, and the articles will like cut your arm off for your marketing. The basic concept of what I'm trying to say is ROI, return on investment. You need to be able to understand how much your marketing is costing and the effect it has. Now, you're not going to stop marketing if it actually is bringing money in. So if you spend £1 on your marketing and you get £2 back, then you're going to spend £10. You're going to spend £20. You're going to just like continue to increase that marketing spend. So you can understand how much it's going to cost you. Now, some other forms of marketing you might be not as easy to quantify. So the whole idea of what we're trying to do is quantify what you're doing, get information about what's working, what's not working, and then you can decide where to spend money and where not to spend money. So that's what that article there is about. The article down the side is, are you the system? I mean, to run a successful business, no matter what it does, you need to create systems to handle everything. Now, I talk here about, if you're a one-person band, then a bit different. But if you're, a growing clinic, then you need to have systems in place, and you need to have measurements of the systems. If you got, I talk a lot about reception staff because it's just one of those bugbears of mine. You need to have a system. If a new customer comes in, a new patient comes in, how do you handle the process? If someone phones up, how do you handle the process? Everything needs to be systemized. Now, you can just start off by writing some simple notes about this. It doesn't have to be a big thick folder, but you start to write these things down, you'll start to train the people up, and you start to understand where gaps are and where you're wasting time. So obviously, also, if you're ever trying to sell your practice, then someone who wants to buy your practice is going to want to know all this information. It adds a serious amount of value to your business if you have it all systemized, particularly when you're trying to sell it. Right, so one of the other articles, building relationships with doctors. Now, this is another one of those key things that I think you definitely want to be doing, but I'm not going to make out that this is simple. To build a relationship with a doctor is not a simple thing. It takes time, it takes patience, and it takes, it's not simple. I'm not suggesting that you can just read this article, put it into place, and doctors are going to start referring to you straight away. You need to start building relationship. And one of the things that we've used quite successfully in the past is doing free seminars. So find out what doctors are interested in, get them to come in, give them a glass of wine, have a chat with them, find out what's going on in their life, and build a relationship with them. But obviously they're only going to come in if they think they're going to get something out of it. So you've got to give them good content. We talk a little bit about how to do that inside there, so I won't go into detail. Guarantees, something that it's not just specific to this industry, it's specific to any industry. I think a lot of doctors find it hard to give a guarantee because it's medical and people are unsure about what's going to go wrong. Now, if you had 2 chiros, osteos, physios that were advertising, one had some kind of guarantee and one didn't, where are you going to go? Yes, you're going to go to the one with the guarantee. So I talk about the guarantees in here, I won't go into too much detail, but I think having a guarantee is an important thing. And, sometimes you might not be able to help patients, That's understandable, but if you got an extra 2 or 3 patients by giving guarantees, refunding a patient back because you weren't able to solve their problem, the numbers are going to add up if you do it properly. Right, the sales process. Every customer goes through a decision if they're buying something. It doesn't matter if you're buying a washing machine or buying anything. People go through a decision process, and we talk about all the kind of questions that people have. What will it do for me? Will it do what it says for me? Will it take a lot of time? Will it solve the problem? Will it work? Can I afford it? What will my friends say? Do I need it? I mean, this is very generic about the sales process, but I think we also go into here a bit more detail specifically for clinics. Again, it's an interesting article. You should definitely read it and actually start applying some of these techniques over a period of time. Again, it's not going to be something you're just going to read and be able to put straight into practice. It's about thinking about the whole customer experience, beginning to end. Right, so what else have we got in this packed newsletter? Right, website design and flow. Again, another one of those big areas for me. I've done internet marketing for a couple of years now. The website has one main purpose. That is to get patient details. That's it. Okay, you're going to think, oh, we need to know all this information. Getting the customer details is the number one thing that you need to be doing. You need to be collecting these. This is a sales funnel like anything else that you're doing. You need to be collecting customer information, putting them on autoresponders, getting them to come in. If people just look at your website and have no reason to come back, they're just, they're going to look at 3 or 4 other websites before they decide. They come to your website and they have a reason to give information to you, as in contact number details, because you're going to provide them with a free report on back pain, or there's loads of information. We talk about it, but just remember what I say. Apart from the contact page where people try to find you, obviously we appreciate that's important, but getting their details is what this is all about. Okay, what else have we got here? Talk about autoresponders. Again, it's something you can spend aweber.com. You can spend, I think it's about £10–15 a month, and you can get an autoresponder set up, link it to your website, and then you can just automatically email people. I mean, you guys are on an autoresponder. When you come into the website for the very first time, you get the free report, and then we stick you on about 10 different emails, giving you extra previews, giving you loads of information, videos. That's all completely automated. I wrote it once, and then that's it. It goes out no matter where I am in the world, what I'm doing, if I'm asleep, if I'm awake, these emails go out. Again, this is something that I think you can definitely use in your business. Right, what is your brand? What does your brand stand for? Now, I think you gather that we're not really into brand advertising, but I think it's important to understand what your brand stands for. We talk a little bit about that in the article. Right, one of the last articles is price discovery. Again, this is a generic thing. All these ideas are generic. That you can't have the attitude, oh, I run a clinic, marketing doesn't work here. This the same stuff no matter if you're selling fridge freezers or what. People have a process they go through to buy something, and we're talking here about price discovery. For example, if I typed in neck pain Bristol into Google, it would come up, the website would come up, and I would go and see the first thing, and I would say, okay, can this person help me? And if I'm price conscious, I will look at the price and I'll think £55 for a treatment. Is that expensive? I don't know, do I? Because I've looked at the first one. Maybe I might go back now and I'll go and look at the second one and the third one and find out, is this the right price? Obviously, the more expensive I am, the cheaper it is. Medical is always a bit of an unusual one, and you probably don't want to get involved in a price war. But price, particularly in the current climate, is important to people. So what we're talking about here is providing information about other clinics' prices on your website. Now you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't do that. That's oh my God, that's just really scary. But just think about the process. If you were going to go and buy a washing machine or anything else, you would go and check out other people's prices. Now, if someone comes to your website and sees your price and other people's prices, then, and your price is higher or lower or whatever else, you justify it there and then. You explain why your price is higher, or, if it's lower, then, you explain you explain the whole process basically, so that people understand what they're paying for and you are comparable to other people. And then next month, which hopefully you'll be getting that soon actually, we talk about offers, discounts, using newsletters, upselling, believing the hype, weird and wonderful makes good marketing. So hopefully you read the this newsletter, and me talking about it maybe brought some of this stuff to life for you. And I might do these every so often, as and when I feel the need to do it. Anyway, it'd be good to hear how things are going for you. I think I sent you you all an email asking how business was. It's really good to hear some feedback. Are you implementing stuff? Are you not? Are you too busy? Are you reading the stuff? Do you want more of this particular article? Do you want more of that particular article? Do you want me to do more, video sessions? What do you want? Give us some feedback. It'd be great to hear from you. And yeah, hope business is good. And yeah, thanks for your time. Cheers, guys.